For start of game.
I'm sorry, but these wrong answer of the game sponsors, these can't be real, yes? Look, if the price tag is high enough, I'll say whatever the hell you want, but I mean, come on.
Do you think you can cover just the last half of my shift for me?
Yeah, like, you mean, like, 4 hours?
Yeah, that'd be great. All you have to do is just check IDs when people come in, and if anyone's rowdy, just cuff them and put them in our holding cell.
Oh, okay. I'm like 105 pounds and I'm 5'2".
Yeah, that's great. Here's some handcuffs. Here's some mace. Well, it's a mace bottle. I've used most of it for, spraying on food, so it's empty, but people do still react to it when you pull it out.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
I just showered, but I still smell kind of funky.
Did you remember to clean your entire body?
Well, I mean, I tried, but there are so many body parts to remember.
That's why you need the shower list.
The shower list?
A helpful list of all your body parts that need to be cleaned.
It's just a little piece of paper.
Yes, but it's waterproof.
So I can take it in the shower.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and not to brag, but the cashier at Trader Joe's complimented me on my choices today. Listen, don't worry. I find that most people enjoy playing alone. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
The Anti-Pedestrian Council. Hey, I'm trying to drive here, is our motto.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. All right, we're taking off.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Let's begin with, she mused me. If Taylor Swift broke up with every male currently in the world, about how many songs would she be inspired to write? 1.2 billion songs, 2.3 billion songs, 3.6... The world population is floating around 7.1 billion, of which 3.6 billion are males. That only gives her a few microseconds for each relationship, but that should be more than enough. Pucker up for. This question got stuck in my teeth. Who's hungry?
Cookie fortune, flash, cookie Masterson.
Okay, this one's a bit violent. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. Okay, so I won't shoot anybody until I see their pupils, their irises, their retina. Ooh, ouch. It's so obvious. Right, the white of your eye is called the sclera. But don't look too long at the enemy's eyes, or you might just fall in love.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
It's time for Cookie Masterson, the vocab guide. If Bill Nye the Science Guy learned nigh everything there was to know about science, what would be true of him?
The microphone.
We are good to go.
Hello? Hello?
That's not very funny.
I can't hear myself. I don't think it's working.
If I could have everybody who thinks they're doing a good job just do better because you're not, okay?
You guys think I'm being this.
No, I don't think it works. It's not projecting right.
Cue the oboe.
I think if I was going to eat somebody, I'd
You think it's funny? I have my microphone plugged in.
Could be. Put a little sriracha on it.
Yeah, almost.
Now I gotta play a new game.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be parts and stuff. Did you want to play alone, or did you get stood up again?
I got stood up
And
again.
today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free
Well, of course
concerts
it is.
every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash.
Lucky fucking $2.
Okay then, why wait any longer?
Get ready, time for question.
Right off the bat, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%? 40%? Kim Kardashian's brain and everybody else's brain, about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Here's one I like to call, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages? The McCona Industrial Age? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here we have, brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert.
I don't know. Ernie the Count
Watch the
Bert.
clock.
I don't know.
Hate to disappoint you, but wait, no I don't.
Yeah,
Here's what you meant to pick.
Though.
Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows!
Smart answer.
And yet, none of them have ever blinked. And now, Duck Duck Swan? Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan. So the Duck Dynasty crew would
Everybody
probably
knows
fill
that,
her
right?
full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
Ooh, yeah. Milo. Hello. Up in Miley.
And on its way, the man in the backwards
Milo.
yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat.
Yeah. Milo.
I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George.
Oh,
If it's
fucking
Justin
Curious
Bieber,
George.
press the square button.
Ah,
If it's
fucking
Curious
Justin
George,
Bieber.
press the circle button. Cool, let's do it. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Met a bugle to an
curious.
ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel.
Oh!
Forget George, I'm curious how
Justin.
someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. let's say so long to round 1. And you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And lest you forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Now get out there and make me proud. How about Dumber and Dumberer 2? So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called the blank couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. And that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. No, I'll get this. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
This one's called Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. Getting colder. Allow me. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Ocho.
Say hello to Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. That answer has a hole in it. One right answer coming up. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. This one's known as Wine or Lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Ow. Ready for this? Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn.
It's not even fair. Stuff I don't even
May I introduce I Wanna Lick and Roll All Night.
Stuff I don't even mean.
If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep. I think at that point it would practically be coming out the other end. It was begging to be picked. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Step right up to the Jack Attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 2,000. And of course,
remember the clue.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. There it is! The truth is, home is wherever you hang your hat. My hat is currently hanging in my old college roommate's guest cottage. Shh! He doesn't know I'm living there.
You don't know Jack!
Ball. Cookie's a ball licker. Cookie is a big fucking ball licker.
Are you moving? Do you need some strong guys to help you move? Are you emotionally cold or in need of a psychological breakthrough? Then call 3 strong guys, emotional movers.
Could you be careful with the bookcase? It's an antique.
No problem. Hey, are you okay?
Well, I just got promoted, and all my dad
You
said
care
was,
about
guess you're
Cookie?
not so dumb after all.
Sometimes older men have a hard time expressing emotion.
He's a
They
ball
hide the
licker.
love behind sarcasm and humor. Trust me, he's proud. Maybe you should give him a call.
I don't know.
I've already got him on the phone.
Son, is that you?
I love you, Dad.
I love you, son.
So give us a call and let us help you move. Also,